I was actually talking on the phone to a customer. And as I was talking to him on the phone, I noticed that my arm was starting to twitch.
The situation was that we had been working for several years with an animal model of a very malignant and very fatal brain tumor.
Well, as I was talking, the flinch started getting bigger. And eventually what happens, I went into a full-blown seizure is what had happened.
We had discovered in a collaborative effort here at the medical center that this tumor expressed a very specific enzyme. And we developed a drug combination which, when those drugs hit that enzyme, which was only in that tumor, not in the normal tissue, that tumor blew up in the rat brain.
Basically, within the first biopsy and some other things that happened, I was told I had anywhere from a few weeks to a few months, which was really kind of a blow, to say the least, that you don't really anticipate that.
We had immediately realized the significance of the discovery and felt that there was nothing holding us back from bringing those drugs into the clinic. Precisely the same week that was approved, Carl Stewart came to our doorstep. Literally had been to a hospital up north and had been told that he had a highly malignant and fatal brain tumor, that he had just a few weeks to months to live.
The day that I was supposed to start my first radiation treatment, Dr. Bauer told me, he says, I don't want you to go in when they call you. He says, I have someone that I want you to meet, which was Dr. Caligiuri.
Timing is everything in life. And in the case of Carl, our roads intersected, I think, at precisely the right moment.
So as I talked to Caligiuri, and he explained everything and what the procedure was going to be, what he explained to me was that there was a study that he was starting, that he was interested that I may be a very good candidate for it.
And so Carl came in, and just as we had done in the laboratory animals, we gave him the similar dose, which was proportionally a bit bigger because Carl's a little bigger than a rat. And that was it. He had essentially no side effects. He had a malignant brain tumor which was spreading and causing him to seize, and he was in about 2 weeks, and really before our eyes we watched him get better as we watched that tumor melt away.
I think the best part was his follow-up checkups, in which they kept saying, it's getting smaller, it's getting smaller. Can you believe it? It's actually working. It's getting smaller.
It's a really good example of how we here at Ohio State University Medical Center have the ability to change lives. There's very few places in the world where under such short periods of time you can assemble this kind of team of researchers focused on a very specific problem, on a very rare tumor, come up with a unique discovery, and then turn around and realize you don't have to go anywhere to bring that discovery into the clinic.
And I think it was even before he was even 6 months out of it. And they said, we can't find it anymore, Carl. It really worked.
If I wasn't at the medical center and was introduced to Dr. Caligiuri and so on, most likely, almost 100% sure, I would not be here. And the one thing that was important to me, probably more than anything else really, was getting the opportunity to see her graduate from school. He was still, in school, but, hadn't even went to college yet. So that was a main goal to me.
I pray every day, that Ohio State brought Dr. Caligiuri from Buffalo, New York, here to, to Ohio State to do this, because if he wasn't here and Ohio State wouldn't have brought him here, he wouldn't have been here.